It is I, your fabulous happy man, and I come to you today to talk to you about faith and the power of faith. Faith is the most powerful force known in the universe. Through faith, have people throughout history done amazing things that those of no faith could have never achieved. And I have here, as my bona fides, I'll show you some of the books I've read in my study of faith, and we have here the Scofield Study Bible. It's a Christian Bible. We have the New English Bible. We have the today's English version of the New Testament, a rather obscure one. We have here the New English Bible with Apocrypha. I have here the Revised English Bible. I have here the New International Version of the Bible. I have here the Quest Study Bible, printed by the New International Version of the Bible. I also have a copy of the King James Version of the Bible, the murkiest and hardest of all the translations to understand. And I have the writings of St. Paul, as well as his life history. I have the entire copy of Barnes' Notes on the Bible. Barnes' Notes. Fabulous. Every Bible verse is taken verse by verse and explained. I have the Articles of Faith, which is a nice publication, and I have here an old Douay Bible. The Douay Bible with the beautiful illustrations in it. It's very old. I won't handle it much. And for verisimilitude, I have a copy of the Lost Bible. And these were the Gospels and whatnot that were cut out. And I have, in my quest in the study of faith, I have Wellsprings. Wellsprings, the history of Tibetan Buddhism and Tantric thought. Very nice. I have a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. I have a copy of the Koran. The Koran. And I have a copy of several different archaic books of Jewish knowledge. And I have read all these books several times. I have thought about them. And I've thought about the nature of faith. And when you have faith in something, you're a true believer. And you truly do believe it. And it's true for you. Whether anybody else believes it or not, if you have faith, that means you believe. If you have hope, well, that's a wish. You can lose all hope and be in a hopeless situation and still maintain your faith. And in all of these many books from such diverse sources and so many, the main keystone is faith. You have to have faith. And faith requires a conscious effort of will. A conscious effort of will for you to have faith. You have to believe. Whereas we say, oh, well, we have faith that the sun will come up tomorrow. And we don't really mean that. What we mean is we hope the sun will come up tomorrow. As far as we know, it might not. We're not assured the passage of one second to the next anywhere in any of these writings. But in all of these writings, it's stressed that righteousness is achieved through faith, and that faith requires education and a conscious effort of will. You have to say you believe this, and you, a true believer, like I said, his faith can't be swayed. Everything that a true believer sees reinforces his faith because he knows it. If you hope it's true, you're wishing it's true. But if you have faith that it's true, you know it's true. And people have come through situations throughout history and survived because they had faith. Where people of no faith would succumb and just not only lose all hope, but because they had no faith at all, then there's no way they could survive. And you can see many examples. For instance, in all of these writings and the teachings of Christ, he said that for us to approach the kingdom of heaven, we would have to come as a small child, have the faith of a small child. The faith of a small child. Where the faith of a small child, a child has an inherent faith. And children, ironically enough, will survive incidents and accidents and whatever falls that would injure an adult because they don't know it's supposed to hurt. They have faith that they're not going to be hurt. And many times they aren't because of their faith. Your faith will make you whole, is what Jesus is quoted as having been his big message is your faith will make you whole. You've got to have this faith. Your faith will make you whole. In several of the miracles accounted in the book of Luke, he healed people at a distance just because they told him that they had the faith that he could do it. And he said, your faith has made you whole. And your faith will make you whole. For instance, governments rise and fall based on the people's faith in them. And people say, oh, well, we believe the government is honest. And what they're really saying is that they don't believe it at all. When they say we have faith in our government, that means they know they're honest. They know it. When you have faith in something, you know it. And you can put your faith in things that are not true. And even yet, while they're still seeming true to you, they're not true and will lead to your ultimate demise if your faith is unfounded, because your faith does have power. Even if it's in something that's not true, if everybody believes something that's not true and has faith that this is true, they can actually generate through the power of this faith that becoming the truth, or the accepted truth, which is the same thing anyway. So this power of faith can't be denied, and it's very important for people to have faith no matter what their particular religious discipline is. You must have faith. We are sustained by our faith. Most people are sustained by their hope. Otherwise, everybody would just commit suicide. If there was no hope, well, it can get better. It'll get better. Things will get better, and we live with a constant hope that things will get better. But very few people actually have faith that things are going to get better. You listen to them talk, they don't really have the faith that things are going to get better. They'll say we believe they will, and believing and knowing are two different things. If you believe it's true, you're almost kind of wishing that it's true. But if you know it's true, then you have the faith of the true believer, and it can lend you great physical strength, and it can, if you have faith in our monetary system is all based on faith. There is no gold to back up our dollars. There's not enough gold to back up that much money. And it's all based on our faith in this linen and rag construct that we call money. Our government here in America survives because of our faith in it. We believe in our government and we have faith in our government. Our government has power because we believe in it. And you can see throughout history many historical events. For instance, many battles, the victory was assured by the faith of the victor in his victory, even against seemingly insurmountable odds. And even, for instance, animals don't have faith. Animals just serve God as part of the circle of life in which they've been cast. Only people can have faith. And faith is a magical thing where you know it's true. And we can actually arrange matter to a degree with the power of our minds. Like you'll say, well, I'm going to go here and I'm going to create my own little world and have my own separate reality. And you've done that by thinking about it. And when you get enough people of the same faith together, thinking about the same thing, these actions actually do have mass and momentum generated by the faith of the people. Faith, like the faith of a mother or the faith of a small child in its mother, it can't be measured. There's no way you can measure this force, and yet it is seen that faith is the most important thing. So what I would say to all of you is that no matter what your religion is, your faith in it is central to it. If you don't have any faith in it, it's not going to be real for you. If you swear an oath and swear your faith to a false thing, it will immediately become apparent when it's not self-sustaining. You should have your faith. If we had faith in the goodness of human nature, the goodness of human nature would prevail on this earth. And it, to a degree, the condition of man's on earth says a lot about our faith or lack thereof in the religions that we as human beings on this planet profess, because every one of these religions stress faith and righteousness and the fervent prayers of the faithful and the development of faithfulness through study and consideration and thoughtful interaction between people of like mind. And so my message to you people of the world was, be faithful, concentrate on the good things, interpret your religion in the kindest way possible, because it's your faith in the goodness of things that will help promote the goodness of things. And it's your faith in the badness of things and the evil that will continue to make this a world of misery and pain for so many people. So we can all pull together and have faith. You gotta have faith in something, or you're faithless. So that's my message to you people of the world, and I say to you all, be of good cheer, be righteous within the faith that you have been taught, and rock on.